aloha. Okay, hold hands. O hala I ka hala no kalehua. E halele hua no ia nakanoe. O ka uno ia e ano I nei. E lia nei ho'i o tahiti mai. A hiki mai no o kou. Hiki puno me ke aloha. Aloha. Aloha e ia no nā haumana I ke kula nui o ahu ka ne'e. Ua kela kela la ko I loko. I ko la ko hana nui. Ma ko la ko haawina. E pule kako e ko la ko. I ke koa. I ka hana nui. I ka moli ana o nā ohana. I hiki a lo ko. E ia no o ke ola noa. Aloha Ho'omaikai e nā haumana.
Please be seated. Thank you, Kumu Lilinoe, Lindsay, and UH West Oahu's History of the Hawaiian Music class for that Oli Aloha chant of greeting. Regent Megita, President McLean, special guests, faculty and staff, members of the graduating class, parents, family members, friends, and other guests. Good morning. I am Dr. Gene Awakuni, Chancellor here at the University of Hawaii West Oahu, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the Spring 2007 University of West Oahu Commencement Ceremony. Today, one chapter in all your lives closes, and another even more exciting one begins. Since this is a special occasion for our graduating seniors, I ask that you turn off your cell phones and pagers so that the graduates can enjoy an uninterrupted ceremony. Now, Ms. Jill Koide, UH West Oahu alumna, will now lead us in the singing of the Star Spangled Banner, followed by Hawaii Panui. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Hawaii ponoi nanai komoi kalani ali ke ali makualani Kamehameha e na kawa e pale me ka ihe makua lani e Kamehameha e na kawa e pale me ka ihe.
Please be seated. Thank you, Jill. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce the platform party. Will each member of the party please rise as your name is called and remain standing? And will the audience please withhold applause until all are recognized? Mr. Ron Megita, Vice Chairman of the Board of Regents. Dr. David McLean, President, University of Hawaii System. Dr. Joanne Itano, Interim Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Dr. Mark Hansen, Chair of the UH West Oahu Faculty Senate. Dr. Ross Cordy, Chair of Humanities Division. Dr. Lynn Hodgson, Chair of Social Science Division. And Dr. Ross Precia, Chair of Professional Studies Division. And finally, our student speaker, Ms. Deborah Ho'opai. Please be seated. I'm especially grateful to Regent Megita and President McLean for including UH West Oahu in their busy schedules. At this time, I ask that Regent Megita say a few words of greeting on behalf of the Board of Regents.
Thank you, Chancellor, and good morning, everybody. President McLean, Chancellor Akuni, faculty, staff, graduates, families, and friends, I welcome you to the University of Hawaii West Oahu Commencement. This is truly a joyous time, and I thank you for your invitation today. Before I go into my comments, I see that we have a few members of the Hawaii State Legislature here, our senators and our representatives. And I particularly want to thank them for their support on behalf of the Board of Regents. As you may have heard, we were able to get approval on the financing for our new West Oahu campus in Kapolei, and hopefully in 2 years we'll be there. How about a hand for them? Thank you very much. I understand that West Oahu is graduating 121 students this semester, and about 80 of you are here this morning. I salute your perseverance and dedication as you have balanced multiple life priorities in pursuing what has often been delayed, long delayed and difficult to come by, higher education. This graduating class looks very much like our community and our state. Quite a few of you are young and just getting started with your adult lives, while a good number of you are baby boomers looking to make some additional life changes. You represent the ethnic, religious, and economic diversity of our state. At the same time, you differ from at least 70% of the adult population in our islands because you are among the elite 30% that will currently hold a 4-year college degree. Statistics suggest that as a member of this select group, you have much to look forward to, in spite of the debt that you may have accumulated and the sleep deficit that you may have built up over the years of studying. Having a bachelor's degree will very likely increase your life earnings, improve your chances at staying employed, and generally ensure a better quality of life. One of the common themes I hear about West Oahu is how dedicated the faculty and staff are. I commend the faculty and staff for the support and encouragement that they have given you in helping you attain your goals and ensuring that West Oahu graduates are thoughtful, competent, and responsible members of our community. For those to whom much has been given, much is expected. I hope you resolve to use your education to benefit others and to make our community and the world a better place. So on behalf of the Board of Regents, I extend to all of you congratulations and warm wishes for the future, and special thanks to all those who made it possible for you to obtain your baccalaureate degree. Congratulations, class of 2007. Aloha.
By the way, Regent Megita and the other members of the board were also instrumental in our helping us get the appropriation from the legislature, so we really appreciate their support. Now I ask President McLean to say a few words on behalf of the University of Hawaii system.
Thank you, Chancellor Awakuni, and aloha. Regent Megita, faculty, staff, distinguished graduates of 2007, distinguished guests, family, and friends. 100 years ago, this year, 100 years ago, via Act 24 of the territorial legislature, the University of Hawaii was created. 95 years ago, 5 students walked across the stage just as you are prepared to do today. 31 years ago, the 10th jewel in the University of Hawaii crown was set in place as West Oahu was created. In those 100 years, over 1 million people have walked through the halls of the University of Hawaii. We have nearly 200,000 living alumni. No other institution in this state has done more for social justice, for personal transformation, and for economic development. And now, in this centennial year, the 3-decade-old promise of West Oahu is now well on the way to being fulfilled. Now, West Oahu will be a full 4-year college. That decision was taken this year by the Board of Regents. And as Regent Megita has said, financing now is in place for the first phase of a new campus. Thanks to the leadership of the Chancellor Awakuni, and I will tell you, we couldn't have come this far without Gene Awakuni's leadership. Please join me in a round of applause for our Chancellor. Thanks to the faculty, which consistently get the highest teaching ratings in the system, and the staff that support the faculty and the students. Thanks to the executive and to the legislative branches of our state, several of whom are with us this morning, and to our regents, we're ready to go as we enter our 2nd century. Graduates, we're so proud of you and your achievements and of the support provided to you by family and friends. As Sir Winston Churchill said in a different context, this commencement is not the end of your journey. It is not even the beginning of the end of your journey, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. And as you continue your journey, permit me to share with you some words of counsel and advice. First of all, realize how rare you are. Yes, 30% of the people in Hawaii have a college education, and that makes you rare enough, given all the challenges and opportunities that face our state. But in our world of 6.5 billion people, perhaps 1 in 20 at most have a college education. This means you have enormous responsibilities to lead, to take care of the issues for humankind around the world. Second, be open to new opportunities. Don't overplan. Harlan Cleveland, the president of this university some 35 years ago, was fond of saying, just when you're preparing yourself for that opportunity that's going to come in the door, something better comes in the side window. And as Leeward Community College Chancellor Manny Cabral told his graduates last night on this same stage, be prepared for greatness, and greatness will find you. Third, be ambitious. Now, this is kind of a funny thing for me to say, because here in Hawaii, we don't relish and exalt individual ambition, but I'm not talking about individual ambition. I want you to be ambitious for your families. I want you to be ambitious for your communities, for your state, the nation, and the world. If your ambition is focused in that sense, you'll make a great contribution to our society and build on the great education that you've received. And finally, and fourth, be persistent. Thomas Edison said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And the filmmaker Woody Allen put it this way, 90% of life is just showing up. Or in more stirring terms, again from Winston Churchill, this time speaking at Harrow School in October of 1941, Never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to convictions of honor and to good sense. So to the honorable, sensible, and remarkable graduates of the 2000 class of the University of Hawaii at West Oahu, I bid you congratulations and aloha. Your university is extraordinarily proud of you.
Thank you, President McLean, for those inspiring words. Now, we have some special guests we want to introduce who are in the audience today. And the first person I want to introduce is, I'm related to her. And she's never been to any place of work that I've ever worked at. And I've been in higher education for well over 25 years. So I invited her to this event to show her that I had a real job and wasn't just making it up. And it's my mother, Clara Awakuni. Please rise to be recognized. Just like a good local resident, she's going to be 90, but she just got back from Vegas. And the second person is my wife, Miss Leslie Ann Yokouchi. President McLean's wife, Miss Wendy McLean. My grade school classmate who used to get me in all kind of trouble, Senator Norman Sakamoto. Senator Clarence Nishihara. We had other representatives indicated that they may show up. Representative Parr, Kimberly Pine, and Representative Owana. By the way, all of whom I want to just reiterate what Regent Megita said. All of them helped us tremendously, move us a step closer to the dream of getting that new campus in Kapolei, and for that we're very grateful. Thank you. Dr. Itano will now recognize the honor students.
Will those students who are graduating with distinction and wearing a gold stole please rise? These students, based on a 4-point scale, have earned a grade point average of 3.75 or higher and have completed at least 45 credits. And you will find the names of these outstanding students marked with an asterisk in the program. Congratulations to you. You may be seated. Now we also have in this class several members who are selected for National Honor Societies. Will the member of Psi Chi, the National Psychology Honor Society, please rise? And will the members of Alpha Kappa Delta, the International Sociology Honor Society, also rise? And finally, the members of Lambda Alpha, the National Anthropology Honor Society, please rise. Okay, thank you. You may be seated. It is customary at the spring commencement that academic achievement awards are presented to outstanding students for their accomplishments over the past year. The division awards will be presented by the division chairs. So award recipients are asked to come forward as their names are called to receive their award. That's lost.
The Humanities Division every year gives a writing award for our student that is one of the best writers in our division. And James Newman is the recipient this year.
Two outstanding social sciences student awards are being made this year. One is a Pearl City student and one is a Neighbor Island student. The recipient of the Pearl City Award is Jennifer Abreu. The recipient from the Neighbor Island is Keone Souza from Kauai. The Barbara Newton Psychology Scholarship Award is being given to Corey Young.
We have some more awards. This is the Division of Professional Studies. The recipient of the Outstanding Business Administration Student Award in Accounting is Fall 2006 graduate Ann Kawamoto. The recipient for the Outstanding General Business Student Award is Fall 2006 graduate Haro Kagura. The recipient for the Outstanding Public Administration Student Award in Justice Administration is Fall 2000 graduate Danielle Kiabu. I understand Danielle is not here, but we'll make arrangements to make sure she gets her award. The recipient of the Outstanding Public Administration Award, Student Award, is also a Fall 2000 graduate. It's Christina Lin. She had an emergency, she couldn't make it, so we'll make arrangements to make sure she gets her award. The Hawaii Association of Public Accountants is presenting its award this year to Yung Kyung Aldolfo. The recipient for the Hawaii Society of Certified Public Accountants Scholarship Award is being presented to Tonya Jones.
Please join me in one more round of applause for all these awardees. This time, I'd like to invite Ms. Phyllis Burgess from the UH West Oahu Alumni Association to say a few words.
Good morning and congratulations, graduates. On behalf of the University of Hawaii Alumni Association, I would like to congratulate all of the graduates today on your achievement. I know that for you, as it was for me, this is a dream come true for a lot of you. UH West Oahu it becomes your alma mater and you become alumni of the school. We also have a formal alumni association in which you can join. The University of West Oahu was sorry, I'm emotional about this. The scholarship and the Alumni Association was formed to promote our college graduates and to raise funds for the association in order to give scholarships to those alumni who would like to continue their education by achieving a graduate degree. As a member of the UH West Oahu Alumni Association, you will receive a newsletter and be invited to attend activities which will keep you in touch with other alumni and let you know what is happening on campus. The association offers a graduate study scholarship award that members can apply for if they desire. We know that friends and family are an important part of life here in Hawaii. We ask that you take advantage and stay in touch with one another, and to help UH West Oahu continue to increase the community awareness of our incredible educational institution and our outstanding faculty and supportive staff here. Stop by our booth after graduation. We're in the courtyard, and become a member of your association. Again, I say congratulations to the graduates.
Thank you, Phyllis. I'm now pleased to introduce our student speaker, Ms. Deborah Ho'opai. Debbie is receiving her Bachelor of Arts degree in Humanities with a concentration in Literature. A resident of Makakilo and employed as a teacher at Napua no Eao, the Center for Gifted and Talented Native Hawaiian Children, Debbie, like many of our students, worked while pursuing her degree and raising a family. She will be attending UH Manoa in the fall to pursue a master's degree in curriculum studies, focusing on multicultural education. She will now address you on behalf of the students.
Regent Majida, Vice Chair, University of Hawaii, Board of Regents, President McLean, Chancellor Awakuni, special guests, families and friends, my fellow students, aloha mai. Thank you, God, for getting us here today. We are finally here and have made it. No matter our age or stage in life, fulfilling an important goal is one of the most exciting things one can possibly do. These last 2 weeks have been the most challenging of my entire college educational experience. The demands of papers and exams, coupled with the submission of a senior project presented for the humanities professors and our peers. I am so relieved that that is done and over with. I think I lost my mind for about 2 weeks. When Susan Nishida called my home and left a message on my recorder to call her back at the chancellor's office, the first thing I thought was, uh-oh, I must have forgotten to pay those overdue books I borrowed from the 3 different college campus libraries. I better call back, I thought, and quickly. I may not be able to graduate. Once Susan explained to me that I had been nominated to be the student speaker of our class, I couldn't believe it. I went dead silent for a few seconds. What a surprise, what a shock. However, I am most honored to have been chosen to do this on behalf of my fellow classmates here at the University of Hawaii, West Oahu. I, like many other students on campus, fall under the heading of the non-traditional student, an older student returning to school to accomplish finishing his or her degree. When I received my associates in 2004, I tried to transfer to another college campus, but was not allowed to register until the very end. As a result, I could not enroll in the education classes I was so interested in. A very good friend of mine recommended West Oahu to me. She had graduated from here that same year with a degree in psychology. She thought it was the best kept little secret and a wonderful campus. So I decided to give it a try, registering for a couple of literature classes. Learning in that first semester was so absolutely interesting and exciting. When I finally did get classes over at the other college campus, I could not give up West Oahu. There was something here that made me want to stay. So I attended 2 campuses, majoring in education at the larger campus and literature here at West Oahu. What makes this campus so unique? I found the student population here most diverse, with a well-balanced mixture of people of various ages, cultures, and stages in life. In every West Oahu class I took, there was someone like me, amongst the many others, students who are or already have raised their children, are set in careers, and who most importantly have always had this unrelenting dream of returning to school. So along with the many other traditional younger college students, most of whom are my own children's ages, I sat, enjoying every minute of the learning taking place in thought-provoking classes taught by impassioned professors who are very knowledgeable, supportive, and sensitive to all of their students, but especially to those of us who were returning to school. I cannot count the times in which I would have long, productive conversations with some of these professors before or after classes on some stimulating point I wanted to continue to discuss. They were always available. Many times I would be walking through the corridors or sitting on a campus bench, catching up on some reading materials. Any one of these professors, with sincere and avid interest, would stop to talk story about something or other going on with myself or college and life in general. I was made to feel most comfortable, like I belonged. And you know, learning became so much easier, and in most classes, fun. For a student like myself, or any other interested student, this was key to my doing well, wanting to stay and finish here at West Oahu. I hope that never changes here at the university. However, there are also the special others, I think, who have been imperative to our learning, continuously encouraging us along in our educational endeavors. I am speaking of those in our own ohana, our spouses, families, or other persons very close to us. They have persistently led the needed support and patience when things sometimes did get a little difficult at school, at work, or home, along with the many other countless responsibilities or challenges that all of us must continually face. It is not about just us as individuals, for there are others too who have contributed to what we have accomplished here today. Let's thank them again right now. We all have our own sense as to the importance of what this degree and this experience means to us, each of us. I would like to leave you with one last thought from my eldest son, Kinohi, who is always reminding me with his words of youthful wisdom. You know a whole lot more than you did before you started your education here. In finishing, you now also have a lifelong responsibility to speak up for what is truth, particularly when something said or done is not pono. Mahalo, aloha no, malama pono, and the best to all of you.
Thank you, Debbie. Now, as a tradition at UH West Oahu, the chair of the Faculty Senate provides, on behalf of the faculty, final salutations to the graduates. So I now ask Dr. Mark Hansen to come forward to present to you final salutations to you graduates.
here. I suppose before I begin, I should, good. Before I begin, I should also extend the faculty's appreciation to the legislature for funding the development of our permanent campus. Thank you again. And to our graduating students, good morning. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our graduates and their spouses, partners, parents, grandparents, children, and grandchildren. We have some students here with grandchildren, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, and friends. We have only 79 graduates attending here today, but this crowd is many, many times larger than that. Your influence and the influences that have shaped you may be much larger than you think. As a representative of the University of Hawaii West Oahu faculty, I'd like to say that we're proud of you. We're proud of your persistence, your academic success, that you finished what you started. We're proud of our students at UH West Oahu, and doubly proud when they graduate. We hope that your experience at UH West Oahu has made you stronger, more literate, more knowledgeable about your chosen field of study, perhaps more proficient in some technical skill. But we also hope that your undergraduate experience has made you more thoughtful, more aware of the value of ideas, more able to look at problems from more than one perspective, that you understand that those we most oppose are also human and as biased as we are. I thought a lot about something inspiring that I could say on this great day that would match your academic accomplishment. Oddly, I kept coming back to a Jerry Springer program I had seen years ago. I know it's embarrassing. Last fall, I was inspired by a bumper sticker. So at least I'm consistent. It was an episode that featured a white supremacist, and Jerry was interviewing this leader of some skinhead group. And Springer posed a hypothetical question. Okay, you're king of the world. You have complete control. What are you going to do? So this skinhead leader responds, oh, immediately, there's no delay. I'd separate all the African, all the Asian, and all the white people and put them on different continents. So Springer has a follow-up. Okay, what's the next thing you're going to do? I'd go through all the people on the white continent and find all the people who are sympathetic towards the Africans and Asians, and we got to separate them out. And this kind of struck me. I kind of had an epiphany. The basis of this white supremacist bigotry wasn't skin color after all. It was about what these people were thinking. Ideas have power. Power to unite, power to divide, power to change the world for better or worse. There's a strong human tendency to accept and defend ideas that serve our own short-term and often economic self-interests, and at the same time demonize ideas as well as those people who hold those ideas that conflict with our own short-term, most typically economic self-interests. This tendency, I think, goes a long way towards explaining why the richest nation on earth often fails to feed and house and care for its most needy and helpless. But how do you know what ideas to accept? As a graduate with a Bachelor of Arts from the University of Hawaii at West Oahu, you should know that ideas need to be tested with evidence, need to be vetted through thoughtful discourse. We need to challenge our own ideas, be reflective. We need to actively seek self-awareness of our motives, of the motives for the ideas that we defend. This process is difficult, but it leads to the discovery of new ideas. This is a messy process that stands in contrast with simply accepting ideas that make us feel good. It can be a discomforting way to live, but the alternative is to stagnate, to cling to our self-serving ideas while we dismiss different ideas and those that hold them as inferior, as wrong, as evil. The path of the bigot is short because there is nothing more to be known, no purpose for further exploration, nothing else that needs to be discovered. Our message and our appeal is that you will choose the messy path that challenges your own ideas with evidence, that leads to the possibility that your ideas may well be wrong, that requires you to recognize the truth of ideas that you may not even like, that forces you to be intellectually honest. So go forth, prosper, please give back, and do good things, and choose the path that motivates exploration and leads to new ideas. We need some new ideas. Congratulations on your achievement this day.
Thank you, Dr. Hanson. Congratulations again, graduates. You've made it. You've achieved your goal. Although I'm sure you have many other goals, you deserve this special moment of recognition for all the hard work that you've put in. But I also want you to remember that although this may appear the end of an extremely long and arduous journey, it is simply the beginning of a new phase of your life. That's why we call this a commencement ceremony, not a completion ceremony. I hope what I share with you this morning will be of value as you continue to make your way in the world. Don't worry, I'm fully aware that you want this ceremony to be over soon so you can get the lays and well wishes from family and friends you so richly deserve. I'm going to talk about something a little different from what you usually hear at these commencement ceremonies. I'm sure you've been told that learning is a lifelong process and that this is simply one more milestone that you've achieved. But more than the individual gains that a university education provides, like the thinking, computational, and communication skills you've acquired, what you now have accomplished can benefit the community in immeasurable ways. Whether you realize it or not, whether you like it or not, you become a role model, someone who can make a difference in the lives of our young folks, not only in the Leeward and Central Oahu areas, but no matter where you choose to settle. The need is great, no matter where you go in the country. The dropout rates everywhere continue to go up. Meth use is at an epidemic level, and crimes related to drug use is rising as well. We keep building more prisons than schools. I don't know about you, but when I was growing up in Palolo Valley a long time ago, the only role models I had were those who were doing bad things. No one went to college in my neighborhood. I come from a family where no one from my parents' generation had gone to college either. In fact, neither of my parents went beyond the 8th grade. They were hardworking. My mother was a seamstress for over 30 years. My dad worked in construction for almost 40 years as a mason. Growing up, I was a kalohe kid, the usual kind of stuff, suspended from school for cutting class, gambling, fighting. I did not spend a lot of time in the classroom, I can tell you that. My pidgin was so thick, as we would say back then, that my teachers thought that they couldn't understand me and thought I was from some other country. I'm not proud of everything I did back then, but somehow I made it. Barely made it. I worked in construction for a while after high school, got tired of that, and went into the Marine Corps, served in Vietnam. Later, I came back, drove a cement truck, worked as an airline ticket agent, a house mover, produce clerk in a supermarket, and then it got me to think, you know what? I don't want any more of these minimum wage jobs. So I got started right here at Leeward Community College. And had West Oahu been around at the time, I probably would have gone to West Oahu. I eventually went to Manoa, got my degree, and then went on to Harvard University and obtained my doctorate. And you can imagine when this family from Pololo Valley goes to that ceremony, what that was like. As I crossed the stage, my mother grabbed the diploma out of my hand to make sure it was real. And indeed it was. And only because of the help of mentors who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself was I able to get on the right path. So my life story is a prime example of what happens when no one is around to provide guidance and direction, and then when people do care enough to spend the time to involve themselves, as they did in my life, things can definitely turn around. This is where you come in. You have the ability, the power, like mentors in my life, to make a difference in a young person's life. Yes, I know many of you have made it here despite having to cope with tremendous adversity without help from anyone except family and friends, or pulling yourself by the bootstraps on your own. Many of you have overcome huge obstacles on the strength of your tenacity and belief in yourself, and that's good. My challenge to you is beyond striving to achieve success in your job, beyond making a good living for yourself and your family, please show your compassion, your love for the kids coming along who need a role model, someone they can look up to, someone who has beaten the odds and made it out of the neighborhood and gone on to achieve a college degree. You know that in Hawaii, it used to be in the old days, wealth was not measured by the number of possessions you accumulated, but by the number of people you help. Go forward, and no matter what else you do, involve yourself in your community and be a role model and a supporter of our young people they so desperately need. Also, as you strive for success, remember to practice acts of kindness, even with people you don't know. This too is important for us to combat the alienation and estrangement occurring in our society today. For one of our elders said, only when strangers are treated as neighbors will our communities be reinvigorated. Community building, reaching across culture, social and economic boundaries, can occur anytime at any place. One day when I was a vice president at Columbia University in New York City, where I oversaw a division of about 500 people, I was walking across the campus and I stopped to watch a groundskeeper who was steam cleaning the famous fountains at Columbia. As I stood there watching him for a few minutes, I marveled at how meticulous and thorough he was. After a while, he noticed me and came over, took off his mask and gloves, extended his hand, and said with a slight Spanish accent, "Hi, my name is Miguel Felix." I told him how impressed I was with his work, and he said with obvious pride, "If you like this, you should see what I did in the walkway next to Butler Library." He encouraged me to go down and take a look. So I did, and sure enough, the work there was equally extraordinary. He had taken all the moss of the sidewalk that used to cause major slip and fall accidents, especially during the winter. A few days later, I'm walking across the campus again, and Miguel comes racing over to talk to me, calling my name. I stop and we chat. I told him how impressed I was with what he had done. And he tells me, "Gene, this is not all that I do. I'm an artist and a stand-up comic, and I write comedy for a Spanish language TV station." I nodded my head, but I was a little bit skeptical, to say the least. He said, "In fact, I'm performing down in Midtown. Come see me," which I did. And you know, this guy was amazingly funny. This groundskeeper at Columbia had the audience in stitches. As our friendship grew, he'd bring his artwork to my office. I learned that his work at Columbia, yes, because it helped him feed his family, but also, and perhaps most importantly, because he could take art classes for free. Art was his passion. Eventually, I encouraged him to display his work and helped to sponsor the first ever staff art show, which Miguel organized. It was a huge success, and he and his fellow staff made tons of money. I say all of this because every day of our lives, we walk or drive by people with our sort of tunnel vision, not knowing about all that might be going on in their lives. Yes, we have lots going on in ours, but sometimes making connections with people can be transformational. From groundskeepers to CEOs, everyone has a story, and every story matters. Believe me, people will respond to your efforts to connect as human beings and your acts of kindness in ways you least suspect. A few years ago, a friend and I were at a gas station down the street where I lived in Long Beach, California. There was a guy there with a squeegee. And if you ever lived in California, you've probably seen those squeegee guys. He comes running over to my car, and before I could say anything, he started cleaning my windows. We started talking for a bit, and I found out that he was a Vietnam vet like me, had been married, fell on some hard times, and lost his job and everything else. When he was done, I reached in my pocket, and at the last minute, instead of giving him $1, I pulled out a $5 bill and gave that to him instead. My friend, as you might imagine, said, "How come you gave him so much money?" I said to her that he seemed like a nice guy, and he obviously could use the money. The next week, we were at the same gas station, and again, the same fellow comes running across the lot to us. My friend is saying to me, "Don't look, he's coming again, don't look." Well, he starts to clean my windows, and as he had done before, when he had gotten done, I reached in my pocket, this time for $1. But he waves me off and says, no, don't worry about it. You gave me enough last time. This time it's on me." People will surprise you. You never underestimate the good in others. Some folks may be down on their luck, may be experiencing hard times in their lives, but they still have their dignity and self-respect. I believe that we need to get people to understand that skin color or one's status in life should not define the way we treat others or the way others treat us. Again, remember that everyone has a story, and every story matters. If we get people to understand and accept each other as neighbors and friends, we'd be in much better shape of becoming a more civil, respectful, and supportive society. As Martin Luther King said a few decades ago, we may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. We need to turn the collection of houses we call subdivisions into caring neighborhoods with a common spirit and a common purpose. I believe our very survival depends on it. Graduates, you can help us. Your challenge as role models and change agents is to determine how you can make a difference in your community, how you can make all of the kids believe that college is for them too, how you can turn strangers into friends, how you can make people take care of each other the way they used to. This is your task. I know you can do it. After all, you soon will be University of Hawaii West Oahu graduates. There's no one better prepared to take on these daunting challenges. I wish you new insights and new understandings every day, and joy and prosperity throughout your life. You deserve it. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, all the speeches are done. This is the moment you've been waiting for. All right. Get that energy, adrenaline flowing again. At this time, Dr. Itano, our Interim Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will be awarding the degrees and certificates.
Thank you, Chancellor Aokuni. And now for the most important thing today. It's all about you, and now it's your turn. Will all the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences, the Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, the Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration, as well as the students who are candidates for a certificate, please rise. Chancellor Awakuni, It gives me great pleasure to present to you these candidates. They have completed their prescribed courses of study and are recommended by the faculty for the award of the appropriate degrees and certificates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the University Board of Regents in the state of Hawaii, I hereby confer upon you the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations, you may be seated. At this time, you will now be called forward by your respective academic programs to receive your diploma. We are proud to say that we are issuing your actual degree with your name inscribed, not empty diploma covers like a lot of other campuses do. We think that we're the only campus in the state of Hawaii that does that. So you'll see your name on that diploma today. Okay, so we'll get started with the ceremony.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Humanities please rise and come forward?
Jolene Valenti in Hawaiian Pacific Studies. Brian Dinsmore in Hawaiian Pacific Studies. Matt Gorman, Hawaiian Pacific Studies. Michael Honda in Literature. Deborah Ho'opai in Literature. Congratulations. Kayana Kaululao in Philosophy. Congratulations. Javon Mosby in History. Congratulations. James Newman in History. Congratulations. Cassandra Ravella in Hawaiian Pacific Studies. Robert Rivard in History. Congratulations. Christopher Sabay in History. Robert Texera in History. And Sally Vergara in Philosophy.
Oh. Go back. Right, thank you, humanities graduates. They're already seated. So will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences please rise and come forward?
Gotta stay here. Jennifer Abreu, Anthropology and Psychology. Way to go, congratulations. Earl Balagan, Psychology. Hey, George, nice to see you. Nice to see you. George Carlson, Psychology and Certificate in Substance Abuse and Addiction Studies. Thank you. Jean Courtney, Psychology. Richard Crowell, Psychology. Hey, dear. Julia De La Sierra, also in psychology. Shannon Denning, psychology. Ronaldo Fernandez, psychology. Reynold Fernandez, psychology. We'll get him right side up. Trisha Inafuku, psychology. Michelle Izon, sociology. Pirwit Kamlangik, psychology. Elizabeth Kian, sociology. Christine Liu, psychology. Ayako McClenny, sociology. Are we rushing? Edie Darnell McNichol, psychology. Hi, how are you? Donna Montero Freitas, psychology. Hi, thank you. Lisa Natoli, applied track. Randall Osato, psychology. Oh. Backing up. Going a little too fast. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren Parker, sociology. Sandra Patino, sociology. We're rushing them there. Okay. Rocky Pebenito, psychology. Sean Quapa, sociology. Got you upside down. Javier Santiago, psychology. Keone Sousa, applied track. Nan Starling, psychology. Nadine Silva, psychology. Kazuyo Takagi, psychology. Very good. Congratulations. Candace Takushi, psychology. Kami Toyama, psychology. Russell Uyahara, psychology. Sabrina Van Lent, psychology. Heather Watanabe, psychology and sociology. Jaron Williamson, psychology. Corey Young, psychology and certificate in substance abuse and addiction studies.
Will the students who are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration and the Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration degrees please rise?
Yung Kyung Aldolfo, accounting. Denise Ani, general business administration. Congratulations. Christy Alvarado, general business administration. Maria Magdalena Barquin, general business administration. Diana Chong, General Business Administration. Tamara DuPont, Accounting. Jay Hawkins, General Business Administration. Tanya Jones, Accounting. Tiffany Keikumu, General Business Administration. Camille Coito, Accounting, sorry. Is that correct? Sandra Langenbeck, General Business Administration. Alyssa Lopez, General Business Administration. Marilyn Miyashiro, General Business Administration. Edwin Sagalang, General Business Administration. Erin Tanaka, Accounting. Kayleen Tokohisha, sorry, General Business Administration. Abigail Thomas, Accounting. Congratulations. Mark Villamore, General Business Administration. Congratulations. Danny Wong, Accounting. Congratulations. Lisha Wong, General Business Administration.
So we'll now have the candidates in public administration to come forward.
Okay. Congratulations. This is Melchor Aquino, General Business Administration. Michael Armstrong, Justice Administration. Congratulations. Carol Cagle, General Public Administration, Certificate, Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. Congratulations. Nani Hoku Ferris, Akiona, Justice Administration. Leonani Fukushima, General Public Administration. Ki Dok Kwan, Justice Administration. Congratulations. Peter Lee, Justice Administration. Congratulations. Susana Martinez, Justice Administration. Lonita Miller, Justice Administration. Angel Transfiguration, Justice Administration. Desiree Vargas, General Public Administration. Congratulations.
Will all the members of the UH West Oahu Spring 2007 class please rise? As a symbol of your transition from candidates for a degree or certificate to holder of a degree or certificate, will you move the tassel on your mortarboard from right to left? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the University of Hawaii West Oahu Spring Class of 2007. Let me hear the applause and congratulations to all the family and friends. Good job. We're all very proud of you. You may be seated. On behalf of the University of West Oahu student government, I would like to invite everyone to attend a reception in the courtyard on the Edward side. Oh, okay, over there. We're at the courtyard on the other side of that building. Mahalo nui to all who helped with the commencement exercises, the setup, the staging, and everything else. I want to pay a special thanks to Terry Ota and her staff who tirelessly got the degrees prepared so you could have them in your hands today. So thank you to all of them. Psychology Club, West Oahu Alumni Association, and the faculty and staff. If you like, you'll be able to view the ceremony via our UH West Oahu website this afternoon. This brings our commencement to a close. Will the audience please be seated, remain seated until the platform party, faculty, and students have exited. Aloha again. Congratulations, graduates. Onward and upward. Thank you very much.